Hey, it's Jonathan Matoshnik. So the question is, how can I get more business than my competition? I like this question. In one sense, it's really easy. In another sense, it's really hard. So let me explain what I mean by that. So you want more business than your competitors. My analysis of the situation is that most of your competition sucks. They're just not very good at all. So to be better isn't really that hard. Now, I'm in an incredibly competitive marketplace, and I've got some really good competitors, and I've got tons of horrible competitors. But I've got quite a few good ones. I've got quite a few guys that get it. I've got quite a few guys that are willing to market. I've got quite a few guys that know how to use the internet. I've got a lot of competition on the internet. I look at other markets. I talk to guys in the business every day because of our service autopilot product. So I get the opportunity to speak with a lot of people in the business that are ranging from just starting to incredibly successful. And so I'm very fortunate to know what's going on in the industry and hear about other individuals' markets. I look at a lot of our clients' markets, just nobody playing on the internet. Nobody's competing for first page rankings on Google. Nobody's competing for AdWords, or if they are, they're doing an abysmal job. I could walk into those markets and do really, really well. And for the clients that hire us to do that, we can do very, very well for our clients and get them top page rankings. So the reason I say all that is because in some markets competition is great, in others it's not. But across the board, even if you're in a scenario like me where you have strong competition, you can still win the game. If you look around and you look at how much business there is, all you need to do is take a little piece of it. All you need is a little bitty piece for yourself, and it's a big business for you and a lot of money in your bank account. Multi six-figure incomes. So, but clearly it takes a lot of hard work to get there. And so that's why I say in one sense it's easy, one sense it's hard. It's easy in that the competition, when you look at any small niche, so lawn care, irrigation, fertilization, weed control, pest control, let's say I was looking at the plumbing industry or electrician. When you look at a small industry segment, a niche like that, and you're dealing at the local level, not the national level, most of the competition isn't very good, so you can really make a name for yourself. You can really stand out. But it's hard because it takes a lot of work, and that's why you can really stand out, because most of the guys aren't willing to do the work. So if you don't have some form of a computer system, you really don't have any hope once you get to a certain number of clients, because it just gets too hard. So this is where I'm going to answer the question, but this has to be covered, because it's one thing to go and outmarket the competition, and you can do that for a little while, and then you get quite a few clients, and then you're just too busy to do anything with them. You're too busy to take really good care of them. You're too busy to service them on time. You're too busy to answer the phone. You're too busy to keep up with all the little nuances of your business and the government paperwork and the employees. And so you hit this ceiling in your business where, yeah, you're smart enough to be able to be better than competition, but now you're no better than the competition because you're bumping up against all the roadblocks they are. So I always tell everybody I deal with, there's 3 critical things in your business. First, you've got to get control of your business. You've got to work out all those little leaks in your boat, all those little problems, your scheduling problems, your pricing problems, your answering the phone problems, your following up on lead problems, your closing business problems. You got to work all those little problems out of your business. That'll differentiate you from 95% of all your competition. Then you've got to work on setting your marketing up and putting it on automatic, and your follow-up, so that when a lead comes in, you're following back up with that client that lead automatically, and your computer system or whatever it is you have in place is constantly follow up. That way, if you don't win the business, 4 months from now, when their lawn care company just makes them so mad, they can't stand it, you're the only lawn care company that comes to mind, because you're the only guy that every week or a couple times a month was back in front of them in their email box. And they like, yeah, you know what? I'm calling those guys. I should have called them in the first place, or I should have accepted their proposal in the first place. That stuff really works. So you've got to get your marketing right and get it on automatic and get your follow-up on automatic. Then you optimize and tweak the business. That's when you start getting into things like workflow, where if you've got some employees, you have a computer system. I don't know how to do any of this without technology, so I always reference technology. But you've got a computer system that automatically tells your employees what to do and when, and then tells you if they don't do it. and a new client comes in and it kicks off a process and says, Larry, go send the welcome package to the client. And Mary, it's been 5 days since they became clients. Send them a handwritten thank you card. And Sue, it's been 3 weeks since they became a client. Call and check in. Make sure we're doing a great job. 4 months later, automatically sends them a survey. That's workflow, where the system is doing it all and managing it. And when your employees don't do the stuff, you find out about it. So I say all that, I'm about to cover marketing, but I say all that because unless you get those 3 aspects of your business right, you can never grow past a certain point anyway, and you can never destroy your competition, I guess you'd say. You can never be that much better. You can start out and be a whole lot better than them for a while, and then you hit that ceiling and you're just maxed out. You're personally maxed out, your business is maxed out, your people are maxed out. And so then, even though you are better than the other guys, you don't look any better because you're just unable to do everything. There's just too much. And so that's what happens to most of the guys that are they go out, they're excited, they're smart, they can do so much. They know exactly what to do, or at least they're willing to learn what they need to do, and then they just boom, they hit that wall after a while. Great guys, it's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. They just simply don't have the infrastructure in place in their business to be able to get them past that point so that they can really shine and they can really run the business that really they're capable of running. And like I said, it's not their fault. They just don't have the infrastructure. So if you want to beat the competition, you've got to have the infrastructure. Then it gets cool because you can now you've got everything running. Now you can work on really growing this business. So to be specific, how do you beat the competition? Well, here's a couple things. One, you don't just do one type of marketing. I love it when I find out my competitors only do internet marketing. I love it. Or they only do door hangers, which is pretty much as far as it ever goes. Every once in a while, some competitors will do postcards. But between door hangers, internet marketing, and postcards, that's about as far as it ever goes. And so I love it. We do a lot of stuff. So we do internet, we do SEO, we do AdWords, we do multiple websites, we do postcards, we do door hangers, we do letter mailers, we do street mailers, we do 5-arounds, we do all kinds of other stuff over and above that. New homeowner campaigns, we do referral campaigns. We ask our clients for referrals. We go out and knock on doors for commercial. You can go down the list. We do way more than most people do. So all I've got to do is if I'm doing 10 different marketing things, I just need to win 50 clients here and 50 clients there and 50 clients there, and I add 500 new clients to my business every year. So when you think about it, if you could just go say to yourself, I'm going to run an AdWords campaign this year and I just need 50 clients. I'm going to run a door hanger campaign. All I need 50 clients. That's it, 50. I'm going to run a mailer where I hand address the envelopes and we mail those out to certain neighborhoods or certain commercial clients, or I FedEx a package to commercial clients that I just really want their business, or I do a newsletter with the sales letter insert. Just need 50. Need 50 from each of those. I need 50 from my SEO, my organic search rankings on the web. I just need 50 from each of these categories. The next thing you know, you just grew your business by 500. It doesn't seem so hard when you're doing a bunch of stuff, but when you're relying completely on, I need 500 new clients from my AdWords campaign, because that's all I'm doing, then it's kind of challenging. It's challenging to make one thing do it all. So consumers buy for different reasons, as well as they buy through different means. Some react better to things in print. Some react better to things over the internet. Some react better to the soft sell versus the in-your-face sell. Some react better to a postcard versus a newsletter versus an educational piece versus an article they read about you on the internet. They all buy for different reasons, different times, different ways. If you're only doing one thing, you're leaving out a huge part of the market. If you are doing a bunch of things, you have the opportunity to capture all the different personality types. Are you giving them multiple ways to sign up? Are you giving them multiple ways to ask for business? Can they fill out an estimate request on your website? Can they call you and actually get you on the phone? Can they sign up right on your website and be done with it and not actually have to talk to anybody? Can they fax you? Can they mail something to you? I mean, what are the ways they can get in touch with you? Can they send an email to you and ask for service? So giving them multiple means to buy from you, that's critically important as well.